What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Fortnite Save the World. Tonight, I decided to free up a little inventory space and try to make somebody's day in the process by going into a few mid to end Plankerton maps, building a stairway to heaven up into the air, and then just saying in chat that there's a stack of Malachite sitting at the highest point of the map. Now, this is the very first one I went into, and I don't think that they believed me. I think that people thought they were just getting trolled and that there was actually no Malachite. As I drop the Malachite here, I go ahead and type it in, stack of Malachite sitting at the highest point of the map, and then head on down. Now, this ended up turning into quite the waiting game. I sat here for several minutes. The other players on the map kind of went past the ramp here, which, I mean, it was obviously the ramp going up to the goods, if this was a legit statement at all. We see that one person just goes on and continues building the objective in this build of the radar grid. Another person here just runs right past me and goes over to attack a pack of mobs that was just randomly sitting over. And it was several minutes had gone by before anyone bothered to actually go up the ramp and check. Now, I know when I was in mid-Plankerton, getting a stack of Malachite would have been a big deal to me, so I was hoping some people would be excited about this, and this first map, oh, it took forever. I mean, no one thought that it was real. I'm pretty sure about that. They're all just going on and ignoring me. You see, we've got the one building and the other just running around killing stuff. Now, finally, somebody decides to venture up the ramp to see if this is the real deal. And of course, you see Dark Void there going up the ramp. It's kind of sketchy placement on that one. The mean side of me said to go knock the ramp out from under him, but you know, that would just be rude. And he gets his Malachite. Now, of course, I think he was in a little bit of shock at first, didn't realize that it was actually going to be sitting there. And then after he saw it was sitting there, he was overwhelmed with joy, so to speak. I'll leave the language up to you all here. OMFG. Anyway, moving into the second ramp, same thing, mid to late Plankerton. Went on, built a little stairway to heaven here. Got myself up to where I thought was about the highest point on the map. Built a little enclosure and threw down some Malachite. So once again, I'm doing this for a couple of reasons. First off, it's just kind of fun to make somebody's day. But on the other note, I really desperately needed some more inventory space, as I am just getting overrun. So same thing. I just told the group that there is a stack of Malachite sitting at the highest point on the map, and let's see who gets first. Now, same thing. It took several minutes before anyone even bothered to come up and look for the Malachite, and we see it's well over a minute or more past before someone realizes, hey, this could potentially be legit, and goes on and runs around and heads up the ramp to get up to the top to find the goods. And there he goes, off to his Malachite riches, and hopefully he enjoys. Now, same thing here, just really hoping to make this player's day, and hopefully all this Malachite doesn't end up making it into global/trade chat and turn into Scammerville, as for legit players that are in Plankerton, this can really make all the difference for them. Now, on this third map, did the same thing, mid to late Plankerton, went on and built on up, and this one I actually got a pretty shocking result, as the person who did not get to the Malachite in time was actually like the best sport about the whole thing, was not a sore loser in any way. So I go ahead and I build the stairway to heaven up. I go ahead and drop that stack of Malachite, and then I notice there are a few baddies running around, so I want to make sure that no one has any unnecessary roughness as they come up to get their free Malachite. So after typing in my little message to get to the highest point in the map, I go ahead and clear out just some of the stuff that's hanging out here in this building that could potentially cause someone a hard time. See, we got the one little bad there that was busting through the stairs, just bringing him down and taking him out. And then I do notice that there are some baddies up in that building smashing through the wall. So just to ensure that whoever the benefactor of the Malachite is doesn't have any issues, I go ahead and clear out that section of building. And as we see here, they are heading on up. Now, Ocean, if you look in chat, was actually the first person to notice that I said something about a free stack of Malachite. However, he's not the first person to make it there. So, as you see here, he runs up, he realizes that he's a little bit too late, and all he does is say, "Damn, RIP," and then moves on along about his business. So, hats off to you, Ocean, for being such a good sport. I was half tempted to drop you a stack of Malachite anyway, just for not being a sore loser. Now, this particular group, on the other hand, oh, these guys aren't messing around. So I build my Stairway to Heaven up. Instantly, someone notices what I'm doing and comes up the ramp after me. Now, I'm not about to just drop the Malachite here for free. However, he clearly knows there's something fishy going on here. So I just kind of cruise off, let him do his thing, let him look around, and I don't drop the Malachite yet, as I just don't want anybody getting a freebie without a little bit of competition from the other guy. So I go ahead and come on over here and just start looking around. He eventually goes away and goes about his business as well. You see someone in chat is looking for something for free, and little do they know that if they just pay attention, they're about to get some Malachite. Once again, don't want anybody going down the hard way here. Kind of funny, I get a friend request there from the first Malachite benefactor from the very first map I went into, and I just burned down some of the local residents to make sure whoever gets to the Malachite doesn't have an issue. So a couple of bads here, a couple of bads there, just melting them all down, and actually just making sure that both players are away from the area, as I don't want the guy who saw me go up and built the ramp to be right on top of it. Now I see that person actually died, so he's down, and the second is going down pretty rapidly. So I go ahead and head on back up the ramp, drop the Malachite, and then type in my little message into chat about how there's a stack of Malachite sitting at the highest point of the map. Now this is where the entertainment commences, as these two players were not messing around. They were going to get to that Malachite first, and they had no problem going in Cutthroat fashion. So I go ahead and come on back down the ramp just so I can observe the festivities from afar, and take a look around immediately. As soon as I turn around, they're both racing up to get the Malachite, and you see one person is already just about there. The second decides he's going to knock the ramp out and send him to his death. Now that first person was able to get the Malachite, so hats off to you, and I figured I'd go ahead and return the favor to that other guy that decided to take him out from under the ramp, and just go ahead and do the same thing. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.